Hello and welcome back to another Lord of the Rings live stream. Today we are continuing on in our Fellowship of the Ring saga campaign play. And so we played the first game not last week, a couple weeks ago, and now we're playing game 2, which is Journey in the Dark. So what we're going to do is I typically like to build decks, but since we do incur a penalty if we switch out heroes during a campaign play experience, you increase the initial threat cost of that hero by 1. I'm going to just try and run the same deck. I modified it very slightly, but run the same deck against stage 2 and just see what we have. And then if we don't succeed, which it may be able to succeed, I'm not 100% sure, but if we don't succeed, then we will modify, and I'll talk through that as well, because that is also something that happens a lot in Lord of the Rings when deck building is, hey Starry, how's it going? Happy Friday. That is something that happens a lot in Lord of the Rings, to do changes. Changes are free. I think changes were free last time, but this time I think changes are no longer free. But I think for game 4, when you switch between the boxes, they're free, and that was dictated by the actual campaign card, not this Journey in the Dark card. And is not stated on this Journey in the Dark card. That being said, I'm gonna walk through the deck just quickly in case you missed the first video, which I recommend going to watch that because it is a story. But we'll walk through the deck. I'll talk through kind of how it's supposed to work, and we'll go through it. So we are running with 4 heroes, the 3 that we chose, and then Frodo Baggins, who is given to us and required for us to play the scenario. So Frodo sits here. He's the 0 threat, the 2/1/2. After Frodo Baggins exhausts to defend against the attack, we can exhaust the 1 ring, spend 1 fellowship resource to reduce the target resource to target the attacking enemy. This attack deals no damage, then each player raises their threat by 2. And so there's a little bit of risk reward. The 1 ring also has potentially some interactions with the encounter deck. We have Samwise over here, who is probably my favorite hobbit. We've got a 8 cost hobbit, 3/1/1/3, but then after we engage a enemy that has a higher threat cost than what we have, than our current threat, we get to ready him. He gets +1 to all his stats. We're looking at a hobbit cloak for Sam, expert treasure hunter, which allows us to, after we successfully quest, we can discard we can name the top card of our deck, and if we successfully name it correctly, we get to discard, and then we get to if we draw it, if Sam should take on Denethor. Yeah, there you go. But this works really well because Gandalf lets us play with the top card of our deck face up, so we always have that card draw. We have another Hobbit Cloak right there, and Unexpected Courage actually is going to be over here on Gandalf. For Pippin, we have an Expert Treasure Hunter and a Song of Travel. Pippin is a 6 cost Hobbit hero, 2/1/1/2. And then each enemy gets +1 engagement cost for each hobbit that we control. So every enemy is going to get +3 because we control 3 hobbit heroes. And then after we engage a hero with a higher engagement cost, we get to draw a card. And then we have Gandalf, who is the new toy that we have in our arsenal. Gandalf is the 14 threat hero, the highest threat hero we've got. The 3/3/3. Never mixed hobbits and Gandalf, so looking forward to this. Nice. Oh, sweet. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, it worked really well last time. And so it was fun. I really enjoy Gandalf. He's a fun hero to play because he is a basic hero. So he does not have his sphere of influence, but you do get to play with the top card of your deck face up. And then once per phase, you can play the top card of your deck as if it was in your hand. When playing this card this way, Gandalf is considered to have all the printed standard resource sphere icons. So that's leadership, lore, tactics, and spirit. So that's what Gandalf does. Hey Josh, I would manage to catch a Nelson stream when it's Lord of the Rings, not Marvel Champions 2. Oh no, I'm sorry. I am gonna be, so spoiler. I guess not. I should use that tag less casually. I am going to be doing some Marvel Champions streams in the evening next week, mainly on Wednesday. That's the current plan. I have not published the stream schedule, but I will be live about an hour and a half later than this next Wednesday. And so if you are able to watch in the evening, what's up? That would be a time that you could see some Marvel Champions. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. Gandalf is a ton of fun, and we get to load him up with a ton of stuff. We got Gandalf's staff. So this is a restricted attachment. We can choose to either draw a card, add a resource to a resource pool, or discard a shadow card from a non-unique enemy. We've got the Wizard's Pipe, which is we can attach to an Astari character. We can exhaust the Wizard's Pipe to exchange a card in your hand with the top card of your deck, allowing us to really utilize Gandalf's ability for cards in our hand. We got Steward of Gondor because we're proud, because Gandalf is going to be our main moneymaker. We've got the Song of Travel over here, so we can give Gandalf the Spirit Sphere. We're running a good number of Spirit cards in this deck, and Gandalf, Pippin, Sam, nor Frodo can pay for them, and so we have to figure out a clever way to do that. We can do that by either having them as the top card and using Gandalf's ability, or the Song of Travel just helps us do that. You're usually working from home when D20 streams. You're in Australia, but in the office whenever you stream, so I always miss you. Hopefully one of these days we'll line up. Well, fingers crossed for that. We got 2 Unexpected Courages for Gandalf just to utilize his 3/3/3 stat line. And then we've got the Dunedain Mark, which is going to pump his stats up to 5. And then the Dunedain Quest to pump his willpower up to 4. We actually may run this over somewhere. We can always make that choice because we can spend a resource to move it. But with the Unexpected Courages, Gandalf is our damage, and we're going to need some damage in this scenario that we don't necessarily have because we don't have the tactics. We're running a good number of allies. The only change that I did is I swapped out 3 Hammersmiths for 3 Miner of the Iron Hills. Miner of the Iron Hills allows us to discard a condition attachment from play, and there's some nasty ones in here, and so I wanted a way to do that. We got all of the allies, just all the great allies. We'll see them when we see them. And then we got our Spirit. So I wanted to run all the Spirit cards without having any Spirit heroes, but we got Dwarven Tombs, Test of Wills, Galadriums, and we got Frodo's Intuitions over here, which is our Fellowship that allows us to, each hero you control gets +1 willpower until the end of the round. Draw 1 card for each Hobbit you control. So really good efficiency there. We can get a +4 quest power there, and this scenario is pretty heavy questing. It's not necessarily anything crazy. Now there is going to be spoiler alert, if you have not read the book from the 40s, there is going to be a balrog that shows up, and that's going to be an issue. I have not played this scenario either, so we'll see how it goes. But we also have earned these boon cards. They get shuffled into our deck at this point. That's how I read it. Please let me know if I am misinterpreting that. But it says that we've earned them, and then they get shuffled in. We also earned Lust for the Ring, so that's going to get shuffled into our encounter deck. So that's going to stink, but here we are. Whew. I remember why I switched to streaming in the mornings, because I am tired at night. To be fair, I did have a pretty busy day. I was able to actually go out and I played a new disc golf course. And so we have a lot of them around the area here in Cincinnati. And there's one in Northern Kentucky that's actually on the Pro Tour. And they, like, the app that everyone uses, it's like the Board Game Geek for disc golf, is called UDisc, and it's ranked as the 20th best course in the world on UDisc, and it kicked my butt. It was tough. Anyways, let's read the story, because I'm gonna try and get in the habit of actually reading the story. So, Journey in the Dark. Have a big day ahead of yourself, going out with friends to see the new Mission Impossible. Nice. Okay. But afterwards, you're playing some champions, which is the more exciting part. That's awesome. That sounds like a wonderful day. That sounds awesome. I hope you enjoy. Journey in the Dark. After their attempt to climb the Redhorn Pass over the Misty Mountains was thwarted by heavy snow, and their journey through Holland was hounded by evil wargs, the Fellowship of the Ring was forced to seek passage under the mountains through the mines of Moria. Once the greatest dwelling place of the dwarves, Khazad-dûm was often plundered by orcs and had become a name of ill omen. Yet there was still some hope that Frodo and his companions might find the colony of dwarves that had been led there years before by Balin, son of Fundin, and one of Thorin Oakenshield's renowned companions in the quest for the Lonely Mountain and a friend of Bilbo Baggins. However, the Company of the Ring discovered no sign of Balin's company upon entering Moria. Instead, they were surrounded by constant darkness and a growing dread. With the way behind them blocked by the Watcher in the Water, the Fellowship's only choice was to make the hazardous journey across the mines of the Eastern Door many twisting miles away. They hoped to make the crossing in secret, but the presence of the One Ring would not go undetected by the evil things lurking in the deep dark. Journey in the... Yeah. Okay, so we are playing campaign mode, so we get to read this, which is going to modify the game slightly. So, shuffle the Bird and Treachery cards, Pursued by the Enemy, and Shadow of Fear. Pursued by the Enemy and Shadow of Fear, and then anything that we've earned into the encounter deck. Add the burden objective cards Greed This Room and Overcome by Grief to the staging area. We will talk about those here in a second, but let's go ahead and get this shuffled up. But yeah, the disc golf course was crazy. It was so intense. It was... I did 18. It's a 24 hole course, and so it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. But I will probably go back, but I will need to get significantly better before I take it on again. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. I played Final Girl today for the first time. Final Girl is a solo only game. If you follow D20, Jason likes to play it a lot. It's one of his favorite games. And so it's a good game. It's a fun game. I played it once. It was my first time ever playing it, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was really solid. Final Girl, you embody the final. You're so bad at Final. It's not easy. It is so tough. It's so tough. You embody like the character of the final girl in a horror film, and so like that trope in the horror film that the final girl always instills bravery, takes on the monster to take it on. It's an entire game about that, but it is tough. It is tough. It's fun though. Alrighty, the Long Dark of Moria. Trapped inside the mines of Moria, the Company of the Ring must find their way through many twisting passages to reach the Eastern Door, but with every step they take into the mines, there's a growing sense of dread. Set the Balrog, the Great Bridge, and the Chamber of Marzabul aside out of play. Done. Add Doom, Doom, Doom to the staging area, and place 10 damage tokens on it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is the time mechanic without calling it the time mechanic. Okay. Each player adds one different location to the staging area. I did not read that. So, okay. So mini pillared hall gets +1 will or threat for each mini pillar halls in play. Honestly, that's probably what we want to look at going with. After it's explored, discard the top card of the encounter deck. If it's discarded location, add to the staging area. Gross. When Mines of Moria is in the staging area, progress must be placed on mines before it can be placed in the current quest. We're actually going to go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Probably. Each enemy in play gets... While it's the active location, each enemy... Oh, this is the Ancient Guard Room. Discard the top card of the encounter deck to travel here. Each player raises his threat by X. Gross. +1. Oh, this is also the art that they used for the revised core set. I thought that was pretty cool. Mines. Mini pillared. Okay. We'll just go with mines. because we can push through. We have really good questing power, and so we do have that going for us. Okay. 1B. There were not only one. There were not only many roads to choose from, but there were also in many places holes and pitfalls, and dark wells besides the path in which their passage felt echoed. After a player optionally engages an enemy, remove 1 damage token from Doom, Doom, Doom. Let's talk about Doom, Doom, Doom. Doom, Doom, Doom is at the end of the quest phase, remove 1 damage token from Doom, Doom, Doom. Then if there are no damage tokens here, add the balrog to the staging area. And then at the end of the quest phase, the balrog makes an attack if it's in play. So we're going to get attacked by a lot of stuff. Basically makes us rush through this. We have Overcome by Grief. So after a character is destroyed, if overcome by grief is unattached, attach it to a hero. Counts as a conditioned attachment with the text. After a character you control is destroyed, exhaust attached hero until the end of the round. They cannot ready. And then we get Grievous Wound. After a hero takes damage, Grievous Wound is unattached. Attach that to this hero. Counts as a conditioned attachment. After hero exhausts, deal 1 damage to it. So that's the one we really need to get rid of. This one we can kind of, we can play around with. Okay, so we are looking for our pipe. We're looking for our staff. We're going to mulligan if we can't get those. Steward of Gondor would also be really, really nice to grab. I'd also like to see that on top of our deck. If it's on top of our deck, we can actually drop it turn 1, which I would much rather prefer. Speaking of Steward of Gondor, Dunedain Mark, Galadriel's Greeting, Staff, Expert Treasure Hunter, and the Rivendell Minstrel. Okay. I like the Expert Treasure Hunter here. This is just going to help us get the cards that we need. Steward of Gondor is a turn 2 drop at this point, and then we can play whatever is on the top of our deck for Gandalf. And then also having the Rivendell Minstrel turn 3 drop, probably honestly turn 4, because I no, we can get Gandalf's Staff in there. Gandalf's Staff, if we drop Gandalf's Staff, oh, we can drop Steward turn 1, because Gandalf's Staff we can use Gandalf's Staff to add a resource to Sam to drop Steward. It's solid, could be better, could be worse. I think I like it. Mainly because we're going to have a good bit of card draw with Expert Treasure Hunter. We have Rivendell Minstrel to tutor the Song of Travel, so we can play Galadriel's in our hand. If we can get Wizard's Pipe, we're feeling really good. But I like this. I like this a lot. So let's go ahead and let's keep this. We're gonna draw the top card during the resource phase. Song of Travel right there, and then we got another Expert Treasure Hunter. Would you look at that? Actually, this is really solid. This is really, really solid. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and pass out some money. Okay. So we got Expert Treasure Hunter will pop on Sam during our planning phase. So after the attached hero successfully quests, name a card type, discard the top card of your deck if it's of the name type, add it to your hand. We're going to go ahead and use our ability for Gandalf to play this card onto Pippin. So we have 2 of those. And there's our Wizard's Pipe right there. So we are feeling good. Wizard's Pipe. Whew. Oh my goodness. Yes, let's go. Let's go ahead and use a Gandalf and a Pippin resource. Okay, now it's uber solid, right? To go ahead and drop a Gandalf Staff. We'll use a Gandalf Staff to give a resource to Sam, and then we will use the 2 resources to play Steward onto Gandalf, which will pop 2 there. The other thing that would be great is if we could grab a Unexpected Courage. Now, we don't have to travel here because location or progress just gets placed on this first. I think we can't go all out on quest because we do need a defender. Actually, I needed to check the the threat cost of all the enemies in the staging or in the encounter deck. I forgot to do that. Actually, we have, after Frodo exhausted Offend, we can exhaust the One Ring, spend one of that. So we do have an out here. So let's just go ahead and quest really hard. This is a race to get out of Khazad-dûm before they drop. So let's go ahead and go here. So that's going to be 3, 6, 8. Which one is it? It's this one, right? Yeah. So we're going to 8 to 2. We'll flip into a Mines of Moria. While it's in the staging area, progress must be placed on Mines of Moria before it can be placed on the current quest. That leaves us with 2. That clears this. And we got that. We will go ahead and exhaust Wizard's Pipe. We will name attachment. We get to draw it. And then we will name boon, or attachment, here to grab the Mithril shirt. Okay. At the end of the quest phase, we remove a damage token here. And then we'll go into encounter phase, which is nothing. We'll stand up. We got all of this good stuff. We'll raise our threat to 29. Pass out some money at the top of the round. We get to draw this card, which is Frodo's Intuition. Let's go. And there's Bilbo. I like seeing Bilbo. Bilbo can go get us another Wizard's Pipe, I guess, if we really, really wanted it. Let's go ahead and spend a resource here to play Wizard's Pipe. Spend 1 to play the Mithril shirt onto Frodo. Give him that 3 defense. We'll spend 1 to play a Song of Travel onto Gandalf. We'll go ahead and spend 2 to play Bilbo. After he enters play, search your deck for a pipe attachment and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. Ooh, Treebeard was at the bottom. That would have been sad. I know I got another Wizard's Pipe in here. I can't detach it, but I am just removing it so that it's not a target for a draw later. So I don't need it. There may be things in here. I honestly am way less prepared than I normally am for these quests. There may be things in here that can mess with the attachments, like having us discard attachments. In that case, it's nice to have a backup in our hand. Ooh, Treebeard's coming up. Okay, so there's a couple. Oh, sorry, I don't have the deck list. Sorry. Oh, I may have built it actually. Huh. I may actually have it. Hold on. I'm gonna go off screen over here and see if I can. Sad Panda, it's okay. I may have built it. Did I build it? Or was I lazy? Nope, I was lazy. Sorry. I'll build it. I'll drop it later. It's the same deck that we played last time. Okay, so Gandalf's staff I may drop over here in Frodo's, so we can play a Frodo's Intuition just to have a burst round and get through, or try and get through a lot of this. Because we have Bilbo as a backup blocker if we need him. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and drop Gandalf's staff to give a fellowship resource over here. To use a Sam to drop a Dunedain Mark on to Gandalf. That's going to give him a +1 attack. Okay. We'll move into the quest phase. We'll go ahead and use Frodo's intuition. So all of our heroes get +1 willpower until the end of the phase, and then we get, or until the end of the round. Not 100% sure why that's worded that way, but I'm sure it has a reason. And then we get to draw 3 cards because we own 3 Hobbit heroes. We got Treebeard, Test of Will. That's nice. I don't have any resources. And Anduril. Attached to a noble hero or Aragorn. That is nobody. You are required to shuffle these in, or else I just wouldn't have this. And our top card is another Dunedain Mark. Alrighty, sweet. Alrighty. Let's take our quest counter down to 0. And let's quest for 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're questing for 14. We're showing 2. Let's go ahead and flip into another Mines of Moria. Jeez. Okay, so we're 4. That takes us down to 10. We go 8. We'll place 2 here. Those both get cleared. We will name a attachment. I'll just draw the card. And then, attachment. Sweet. Oh, there's the Unexpected Courage. That's what we needed. Okay. That has to be all the Mines of Moria, right? Also, we're removing this. I mean, like, we're kind of set up to go a little crazy at this point. This deck is fast. I don't think I realized how quick this deck could be. Let's increase our threat to 30. Pass out some money. So close to getting the... Wait, no. Gandalf needs a lot more money. We could drop Treebeard, which we will actually do. Yeah, we'll drop a Treebeard here. We don't... We'll use 1 for a Hobbit's Cloak with... You. What's up? Got a lot of card draw and a lot of... Yeah. Actually, you know what? I may drop this Hobbit Cloak over here on Bilbo. Or Frodo. Because Frodo's got 4/5 defense now. I feel pretty good. No, you're absolutely... you're totally fine. So we got that there. We'll go... Let's see if we can get out of it without using the staff quite yet. We'll just drop 4 for Treebeard. Treebeard comes in exhausted. We can pay 2 resources to ready Treebeard, and he collects resources. So actually what we're going to do is we're going to staff here to give Gandalf a resource so we have a Test of Will that we can play. And we'll go for it. We'll go ahead and go 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. So we're questing for 10, showing 0. We have Frodo over here as a defender if we need him. And I hope we don't need him. Yeah. Doomed 1. When revealed, remove 1 damage token from Doom, or the Balrog makes an immediate attack if able. We'll remove a token. And then we'll place 10 here. So we're up to 12. Feeling pretty good. Let's go ahead and increase our threat. We'll just skip to the end of the round. Draw... Oh, wait. Actually, we quested successfully. We're going to draw Unexpected Courage and Hobbit Cloak. And then Gandalf's Staff will be our card draw at the top of the round. Drop some money. Remember to give Treebeard his money. I am a little light on allies at this point. And so Frodo's Intuition. So I would like to grab some allies because I'm going to need those for the Balrog. The Balrog is going to be making 2 attacks a round. And so that's going to be a lot. We don't have to quest for that hard. Okay. I guess let's go ahead and drop a Hobbit's Cloak on Sam just in case. We've got a Test of Will ready to go. Galadriel's ready to go. I don't need to play Galadriel's right now. We might as well wait. Um, let's go ahead and use our Wizard's Pipe to swap Intuition with the Rivendell Minstrel. Let's go ahead and use this to play the Minstrel, which is going to go ahead and grab our Song of Travel. Because because you play the top card as if they were in your hand, so that does get around Rivendell's Minstrel's ability. After you play Rivendell Minstrel from your hand, we are playing her as if she was in our hand. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I got Unexpected Courage. Let's definitely drop that on Gandalf. Dwarven Tomb. We don't need to push super hard. Like, we don't need a Frodo's Intuition right now because we only need to push by 2. We'll keep Gandalf's staff around just in case we need to cancel one of those shadowed cards, and if not, we can proc it at the end of the turn and give someone a resource. We have Bilbo as a blocker. Actually, you know what? I would rather block with Frodo than quest for Frodo right now. So let's go ahead and drop this all the way down to 0. And we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Why am I doing this? I don't need to do this. That's 14. Gandalf is fine. We will drop Treebeard out of it. 1, 2. Because we don't actually have that much that we're pushing right now. I do want these 2 to quest because then I get the card draw. We're at 12. That is way overkill. We'll not quest with the Minstrel, and we'll not quest with Bilbo. And then that puts us at 8, right? So 3, 5, 8. Yeah, we're good. Okay. We'll reveal, a Moria Orc. When revealed, either remove 1 damage from Doom 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 or reveal an additional encounter card. We'll go ahead and remove a damage here. We successfully quested, so we'll just go ahead and draw these 2. We got Dunedain Quest. There's Steward of Gondor. We don't need that. Now, if we optionally engage the Orc, we remove a counter. Actually, first up, we did successfully quest. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Add Chamber of Marazul to the staging area. Immune to player card effects. The players cannot advance to the next stage. Each player searches the encounter deck and discard power for a different enemy and adds it to the staging area. One of those enemies must be the Orc Chieftain if able. If there are no enemies in the staging area at the beginning of the quest phase, the first player reveals an additional encounter card during the staging step. The players cannot advance unless there are X resources tokens on this stage. X is the number of players times 3. Then after an enemy is defeated, place 1 resource token on this stage. Okay. We're at 32. This is a fine time to go ahead and travel, I think. Is this? Yeah, we're good there. Y'all can still see this, right? Like the number for the quest. If it's above here. We'll go ahead and travel here and grab the Orc Chieftain. They have a Cave Troll. Perfect, thank you. The Orc Chieftain cannot have attachments. Allies cannot defend against the Orc Chieftain. Ooh, interesting. At the beginning of the encounter phase, it engages the first player. Just straight up engages the first player. Alrighty, so actually that's fine, right? Yeah, because we're not optionally engaging it at that point, so does not trigger. So let's go ahead and we got that. In counter phase, this will trigger. Actually, first, did we already do that? I think we already did that. Yeah. Pippin draws us a card. Dwarven Tomb. Okay. So we have to deal 9 damage to it, which is 4. Oh, we get to ready Sam, so we're fine. We got plenty of stuff there. We can go ahead and defend with Frodo. So Shadow will defend with Frodo. We'll use Gandalf's staff here to just discard this Shadow card. There's the Cave Troll. So 4 runs into the 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 2, 4, 5. I was like, how did it get such high? Yeah, so 5 blocks the 4. And we'll take Gandalf with his 4. Treebeard with his 4 for 8. Sam with his 2 to take out there. And then we'll add a resource here. Alrighty. We'll stand up, remove. Forgot to remove that. Balrog's coming. We have to go quick. We have to move. We have to go. Threat goes up to 33. Pass out money. Draw a card. We have so many cards. Top card is a Stargazer. That's going to be really, really nice. We do need to kill more orcs. Shouldn't be too hard. The Doom is coming. We just need more allies on the table. We're at 33, so we should still be fine. Honestly, at this point, I'm okay having a higher threat, knowing that we can reduce it by just, we have 3 triggers of Galadriels over a couple rounds if we need it. We are fine with our threat, but I'd rather get it up and we can have enemies non-optionally engagers, which will not tick down the timer on Doom. We do have a Frodo's Intuition. Frodo's Intuition could drop and help us push through. We still cannot progress unless we have killed the orc. And the orc and 1 other. Because we need 3. This is so thematic. This is so thematic. I love it. I think I do want to get the mark on the table. So we'll actually... We'll swap Stargazer with Dunedain Quest. We use 1 and 1 to play Quest onto Gandalf. So he's now a 4/4/3. We got Sting coming up. Ooh. I am a fan of Sting. Attached hero gets +1 to all their stats, and then after a hero exhausts to defend against an attack, discard the top card of the encounter deck. Deal 1 damage to the attacking enemy, equal to the discarded card's threat. So that's going to be going on Frodo here soon. Honestly, that may be worth drawing with the staff. Just so we can play it now. It'll be fine. We don't need the Stargazer on the table at this time. I think we hang on to the resources. We just start stockpiling some resources. We could play Frodo's Intuition at this. Let's just play Frodo's Intuition. We'll go Frodo's Intuition for 2. So each year we get +1 quest until the end of the phase. Lord of the Rings on a Friday night. Hey, Beast Snow, how's it going? How's the reunion going? And we get to draw 3 cards. We got Sting. We got Miner of the Iron Hills. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Takes damage after a character is destroyed. No character has been destroyed. No one's taken damage yet, so we're good. And then we've got another Wizard's Pipe. Sweet. Hey, there's Faramir. Oh, well, that solves our questing issues. Well, if we had questing issues. I don't think we really had questing issues. But let's go ahead and spend 1 and 1 to play Sting on Frodo. So now Frodo's sitting at a 6 defense. He's fine. 6 defense is perfect. Yeah. Jeez. Alrighty. We honestly at this point an unexpected courage on Frodo would not be a bad call because we can throw. He has 3 willpower now, and then he has a defend. It's going well. Brought D-Snow back to the cabin for a nap, so I figured I'd get my LCG fix in. Nice. Well, I'm happy to have you here. We're trying to quest through before a balrog kills us. Okay. Let's drop this down. You've played through this box, right, B-Snow? Let's go ahead and quest for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quest for 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Treebeard needs a resource because Treebeard is Treebeard. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's 17, which is probably enough to push us through. The hobbits killed the balrog. Nice. Nice. So there's a choice. If you have not played this quest, there's going to be a choice that if we want to kill the balrog or if we want to try and escape out from under the balrog. I think this deck is more set up to escape out from under the balrog, but we'll see how it goes. Hey! Thank you for the raid, Snow Life. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. Also, that was very loud in my headphones. I was not expecting that. It scared me. Okay. Requesting for 17. We got so much going on. We could drop 3 more. I'm not. We can't progress this round, so there's no reason to try and overquest that too hard. Actually, this is +1 more because Gandalf has 4 now. Okay, so we're questing for 18. We're showing 2. We're going to flip into each player assigns X damage among characters he controls. X is the number of exhausted characters he controls. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dark side, gonna sleep. Tired. Awesome. No, don't be sorry. Have a good one. See you around. Happy Friday. How was your stream? Okay. So we can do that. We could also cancel that if we wanted to, but I don't actually know if there's a reason to cancel that. I think we just tank some of that damage. We go 1 on Bilbo. He's not surviving an attack, let's be honest. We go 2 on Gandalf and 2 on Treebeard and call it a day. Right? Oh, but we're going to take Grievous Wound. After attached hero exhaust, deal 1 damage to it. After hero takes damage if it's unattached. So let's assign the first point of damage. Actually, Gandalf's not going to be defending. Let's assign the first point of damage to Pippin here because he's already exhausted and he's not going to not be exhausted. And then we can use our miner to toss it next turn. So we'll be fine there. Pippin will need some help paying for it, but that will be fine. He was actually very nice. I was on Civilization 6 for a while in BGA and just a little bit after playing Next Station London. Nice. Awesome. I didn't realize Civ 6 was on BGA. That's cool. I have really enjoyed BGA's interface. I just have not played too much on it. I did like a ton of My City, and that's pretty much it. The Knizia legacy game. Okay. Oh, we quested for 18, 16, 12. we are fine there. This is a victory point. It was not on BGA Civ, but oh, and okay, got it. Oh, okay. I'm following now. So drop 12 there, which is enough to progress, but we can't because we need to kill some enemies. At the end of the round, we're gonna reduce this. We will go ahead and optionally engage here, which will ready Samwise. Actually, before we do that, we're gonna treasure hunter, which will draw us Faramir and hey, another Treebeard and minstrels on top. Okay. Couple things happen. Pippin draws us a card for engaging at a higher, and then we remove one from here. Ooh, we got Galadriel. Galadriel is nice. I like Galadriel here. Hey, another Galadriel. Just to help us quest. Honestly, what this is probably looking like, we need to figure out how to kill this. We're gonna bring the balrog out. Balrog is coming in. There's nothing that we can actually do about that. Yep. Balrog is coming out. We just need to be able to push through fast enough, which I think we should be able to. Let's go ahead and spend these 2 resources to ready Treebeard. Treebeard is going to be our defender here. And if we lose Treebeard, that's fine. 3-3. Assign X damage, where X is the number of enemies engaged with you, so it's going to be 1. We'll go ahead and assign that to Treebeard. We have another Treebeard, so how's it going for you? You're a very big fan of Lord of the Rings as well. Nice, awesome. I'm doing well. I'm playing through the Fellowship of the Rings box, and so I'm playing through it blind right now, and so we're having a fun time. I love the theme, like when I can play through like thematic games, and so the Saga expansions where you play through the story. Huge fan. Gandalf will swing back and kill, which will place 1 here. Beginning of the quest phase is when we do that. Okay. We'll use Gandalf's pipe to drop a resource onto Pippin, and we will increase our threat. We should probably be thinking about that at some point, but and unexhaust. When you say you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, are you a fan of the game? Are you a fan of the lore? Both? We already increased that. Balrog's coming. Oops. Galadriel's in our hand now. And we got Dwarven Tomb on the top. Okay. Let's go ahead and use Pippin to drop a Miner of the Iron Hills, which is going to discard Grievous Wound. Of all the movies, yeah, nice. Do you have a favorite movie? That'll... Huh. I'm honestly thinking about... Return of the King. Yeah. Nice. Excellent choice. We just have to quest enough to push through to not raise our threat. Is amazing. It really is amazing. Let's not. Because if we can actually engage someone without optionally engaging them, we're going to be much better off. I don't think I want to play Galadriel at this point. What do I want to play? What do I want to do with my life? Faramir could come in. We don't need Faramir as a drop right now. I'd rather save the money for multiple Galadriums if we need it. I don't think we need it, though. Should we try and kill the Balrog? Miner's ability to clear condition is... It's so good. It's one of those core set cards that's like, yeah, that was really good. Did I like the Rings of Power TV show? That is a question that needs to be answered very politically. No, I did not enjoy the story as much as I enjoyed the visual components of the TV show. So the visual components, I thought it was a beautifully shot show. I thought, you know, everything looked really cool. The scenery, like the landscapes were incredible. The story, I think, felt very, very rushed, and I didn't love that. I also didn't really like how they messed with kind of the timelines of these of the story. And so for that, I wasn't a huge fan, but I appreciated the art of the cinematography of the show more than I enjoyed the show. What am I doing with my life? What? I could kill a balrog fairly easily. I think you can say you hated it. No, I did not hate it, and honestly, that is my honest opinion. Um, I did not enjoy the story, but I really enjoyed the art of the show. Oh, and Treebeard needs a resource. Also, I love thinking about this thematically. Just having Treebeard wandering through the mines of Moria. that just that's something. We could go with a Stargazer. We'll need the Stargazer at some point. Drop Stargazer. We'll use Stargazer, I guess. We get to look at the top 5 cards of our deck. Ooh, Frodo's Intuition. Build a pony. Actually, we're going to throw Build a pony on the top. We'll draw into Frodo's Angle. We have so much card draw. It's going to be fine. I try to go with the expectation that it isn't tied to the lore. You let loosely entertain without nitpicking. I was entertaining to watch. Okay, that's fair. The threat dials, yeah, they're so pretty, aren't they? You need folks that love the lore and you want to be true to written text. The show was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead and Wizard's Pipe to grab Bill. And we'll swap that with, I guess, Galadriel. Bill's free to play because Sam's here. Bill, in this lore, in this universe, Bill was able to come into the mines of Moria with us. We did not have to turn him away at the Watcher of the Water. Very sad part of the books, but Bill is here. Bill is hanging out. Each Hobbit character gets +1. You're playing alone, but this is a single player. It goes up to 4 players. Yeah, so you can play with 1 to 4 players. I like playing solo. It works. This game works a lot better multiplayer. I will say that. As in, it's a lot harder solo. If you can drag an int into the mine, Bill can come too. That is so very fair. Yeah. So it works much better at higher player counts, from what I have seen so far. But the solo is just easier to like maintain on a stream. I've played two-handed before, like where I've played 2 different decks and 2 different characters, but it hurts my head. Okay, so we just need to quest enough to. Am I doing anything? I'm just gonna hang on to stuff. Faramir will be nice to drop. Probably next. Did you see the acrylic tokens? I don't think I'll get them. Of mine. I don't think I'll get the acrylic tokens. I like the wood aesthetic a lot more, especially just like thinking about it in like the Lord of the Rings. Wood feels more, I don't know, true to Lord of the Rings than the acrylic does. I think the acrylic look really nice. I've just already invested in the wood stuff, and so I don't see myself going acrylic. That being said, I have all the acrylic stuff from Marvel, but I don't have it for Lord of the Rings. Also, Beast Snow, you need to get Final Girl. I don't know if you were on when I was talking about that. Final Girl is good. Okay, we'll just quest, I guess. Quest with 5. Quest with 9, I guess, just in case. There are no enemies. We reveal an additional encounter card. So we're resolving 2 encounter cards. Mini Pillar Mine gets +1 for each Mini Pillar Mine, and a Mini Pillar Mine. So showing 4, we quested for 9, so we'll go up by 5. We just need some enemies. The balrog is coming. We'll go ahead and travel here, and then we'll stand up. I didn't hear you talk about it, but I do want it. It's on the list. It was very, very solid. I played my first game earlier today. Very good. Very, very good. I didn't Gandalf staff. Let's go ahead and Gandalf staff to give Sam a resource. If I don't get to, if I sit here and the balrog just smashes me to pieces because I can't find an enemy in this deck, I'm gonna be so frustrated. Okay, so threat goes up. We will pass out money. You just started buying Game of Thrones and L5R, so maybe no, but no. Hey, there's Frodo's intuition. Oh yeah, we knew that. Oh wait, we're actually drawing these two because of the treasure hunters. We're drawing one at the top of the round, which is Galadriel's, and then top will be Dwarven Tomb. I just found out there's Trivial Pursuit. Really? Oh gosh. I feel like that could be horribly difficult or incredibly fun. There is no in between. Okay. We're not gonna drop Galadriel's now. There's no reason to do that because actually I guess there is. The reason to do it is we're revealing the Balrog at this point, no matter what. And the Balrog is going to take a swipe at us. Let's go ahead and Stargazer. Take a look. We got a Test of Will, Galadriel's Greeting, and Build a Pony. Build a Pony is going to get tucked deep. Got Galadriel's Greeting on top, I guess. I guess we'll drop Galadriel's. Why not? Go ahead and spend 3 to play Galadriel's Greeting to reduce our threat by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that could be quite difficult. Oh, yeah. That Trivial Pursuit is funny. Name the actor that played Lurtz in the movies. No pie piece this round. He's the one. The actor that played Lurtz played like all of the Orakai, right? Like they did like everything, which was crazy. Yeah, because he played. I don't remember. I should know this, but the other orc chief at the Battle of Helm's Deep, he played that one. I think he played like a significant number of roles. Still don't recall his name. It's not no. Andy Serkis was Gollum, right? Oh, jeez. So we're showing 1. I do want to quest a little bit more than I have been. We got 5. This is actually going to be Unexpected Courage. So this is 3, 5, 9. Let's go ahead and do this because I may want to think about this a little bit. I do think I want to quest a little bit more. Go Treebeard for 2. Just because we're resolving 2 encounter cards and I want to push through this so I can travel. So we're showing 1. Showing 1, so that's going to take us down to 10. We're resolving 2. We may not push through that. Do we want to quest for more? Should I drop Faramir? Yeah. We'll go with the Rivendell Minstrel. Balrog's going to make an attack, which we'll block with. Who can we fill? Do we have another bill? Honestly, we could just do it with Frodo. Because Frodo has Sting and we can just prevent all the damage consistently. Huh. Did I count that right? 9, 11, 13. Okay. When revealed, each player assigns X damage amongst characters, where X is the number of exhausted characters he controls. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 1. We still haven't had a character destroyed this game. 1. 2. 3. 4. Cool. And then the next one is still not a enemy. Remove a character you control from the quest and discard the top card of the encounter deck. If that character is printed, willpower is less than the discarded threat, discard that character. Is that worth a test of will? Just because I need the blockers, right? It's less than the discarded. We could just drop Rivendell Minstrel, roll a dice, and save the resource in the... I think we'll just do that. Remove this from the quest, which puts us at... Actually, which puts us at 11. We're still fine. Discard the top. Threat is 1. Oh, that's in play. So actually, I think it's 3. Actually, I have no idea. Maybe a star. You can help me, or Beast know. You know the answer. Mini pillared halls gets +1 threat for each mini pillared halls in play. Is this considered active when I discard the top card of this deck? Like, is this text active? So is that 3? I think we'll, if we don't know, we'll Grim Rule it. This is actually 2, but it's fine. I assume so. I think the text is always active regardless. Which card was it? So it's when revealed, remove a character you control from the quest and discard the top card of the encounter deck. If that character's printed, willpower is less than the discarded threat, discard that character. And his mini pillared halls, which has +2. So it'd be 3. So we do lose Rivendell Minstrel. I think, reading it again, I do think that it resolves in not our favor. Because this says printed willpower, and this is not printed threat. And so my guess is that this is actually 3. And so we'll lose Rivendell Minstrel. Which is what it is, I guess. Not in your favor. Boo! Boo. But we do push through here. At the end of the quest phase, we'll remove this, and the Balrog comes into play. Balrog, 5, 8, 9, 25. Indestructible, cannot be optionally engaged. The Balrog and shadow cards dealt to the Balrog are immune to player card effects. While in the staging area, the Balrog is considered to be engaged with the first player, and only the first player can declare attackers against the Balrog. We get 50 victory points if we beat him, because that is relevant here. At the end of the quest phase, remove 1. Then if there are no damage, add the Balrog to the staging area. Does the Balrog make a attack right now? Or is the end of the quest phase, quote, over? Because at the end of the quest phase, the Balrog makes an attack if it is in play. Does that count? I had 5. I had 5 characters are exhausted, so I need to add a damage somewhere. Go here. He shows up and attacks. I think thematically it makes sense, and my guess is that mechanically it would make sense as well. And so, okay, let's go ahead and throw Bilbo in front of this. No shadow effect. Bilbo's dead. I say attacks you if you're still in the phase. Okay. I agree with that. We'll travel here. We will declare a defender. Yeah, we'll declare Frodo as a defender. We'll spend 1, raise our threat by 2, so no damage will be dealt. It's 8 plus 0. No damage was dealt. And we actually get to discard this card and deal 2 damage to the Balrog. There's got to be a better way to do this. That may be a little hard to see, and I apologize for that, but 2 damage. Expert Treasure Hunter, I forgot. We get both of those. Test of Will's coming up. Okay. We need an enemy. We're sitting here, we cannot progress until we have an enemy. And we just haven't seen any. We're going to continue resolving 2 encounter cards, which is very, very scary. And this thing has a 5 threat. Yikes. Okay, let's go ahead and increase our threat. Ready, everyone. Draw a Test of Will. Actually, Gandalf's Staff will. I have so many resources. Oh, we'll give it to Pippin. Draw Test of Will. Build a Pony is back. So Gandalf's Staff can only discard from non-unique enemies. So the Balrog's just going to eat us if we don't see an enemy. We're not going to be able to keep up. Did I give Pippin a resource? I don't actually remember. We'll give him a resource here. We'll drop Rivendell Minstrel. I don't think I have any, but I do shuffle my deck. Yeah, I don't have any. So you shuffle. You have Sleeve, Dream Chaser, Forgotten Age, and all 3 cores of L5R so far. Ready to finish that, Game of Thrones, and upload all the picks. That's sick. I'm excited to see him. There's Glamdring. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and spend 2 to drop Glamdring. We have 1 restricted here. Yeah, Glamdring is going to be another card. So now we're at 6 attack with Gandalf. Okay. Ooh. Play with this face up. We will go ahead and use 3 resources to drop a Galadriel, which we get to search the top 5 cards of our deck for an attachment of 3 or less and put it into play. We'll drop Unexpected Courage onto Frodo. We're running out of cards in our deck, which is not great, actually. We may not draw from Expert Treasure Hunter. We may choose to not draw. There's Bilbo. Hey, Bilbo's going to come back. We're at 32 threat. Threat's not my issue right now. I don't care about threat. Let's quest for... I do have a Frodo... No, I need Frodo's Intuition next turn. Let's quest for 2. Oh, there is an enemy in play, so we're not going to resolve 2. We're just going to resolve 1. It's 2:10 a.m. here in France, so you got to get some sleep. Alrighty, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. See you around. We just need to top deck an enemy, which is really scary. Are you excited about the changes? Sorry. Go 1, 2, 3. That puts us at 5. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Puts us at 9. We're showing 5. I do want to quest through this. Just get rid of it. 1, 2. We'll go 1, 2 for Treebeard. That's 13, showing 5. That puts us at 8. If we top deck a 2, we would be fine. Might as well just go 2 for Pippin. And we're going to flip into a Doomed 1 Surge. When revealed, treat the printed text box of each character in play as blank except for traits until the end of the round. Treat the text box of each character in play as blank. Oh, sweet. Galadriel gets to stay. I'm trying to figure out if that matters at all. We have 2 blocks here from... I don't think we want to cancel that. We get to keep Galadriel. What do we lose? Oh, I should have attacked last time. I don't know why I didn't attack. Oh, I appreciate the follow. Thank you so very much. So my question here is, do we cancel this? I don't think we do. I think we do. I think we're gonna cancel this, because it messes too much with what we got, and I want to keep my allies for later. But it does surge into Fool of a Took. Doomed 1. Remove 1 damage token from Doom, or the balrog makes an attack. That's not good. We're gonna cancel that as well. So Doomed 1 takes us to 33. We're still no enemies. Yikes. Let's go ahead and block this first attack with the Stargazer. I quested for 15. We're showing 5. This clears. See you around. Have a good... Thank you. See you around. Now he's attacking us in the encounter phase. We will block with Frodo. We will spend a resource, increase our threat by 2. This does no damage. And then we're discard this card and deal 2 damage to the Balrog. Oh, this is going. After a character is destroyed, attach it to a hero. After a character is destroyed, exhaust the attached hero until the end of the round. The hero cannot ready. We'll drop that on Pippin. Do we have another miner? Are our miners all in here? I'll shuffle. I shouldn't shuffle. Never mind. That's funny. Okay, so Balrog has 9 defense, so let's just see what we can run up against it. We got 2, 4, 5, 6. We'll spend 2 resources to ready. 10. Oh wait, hold on. I wanted to block with Galadriel, not the Stargazer. 11 damage, so 2 more damage onto the Balrog. And we're stuck here. We have to top deck an enemy. Yikes. We actually do get to draw 2 cards. Snowborn Scout, nice. Snowborn Scout. Okay, so we have a lot. Well, we have a lot of allies now, so we have time. But really, there is a limited amount of time. We could just RNG ourselves to a loss here. Stand up, increase our threats. This says until the end of the round, attached hero cannot ready. Does this mean Pippin stays exhausted? I think he does. All right. So we'll draw this card. We'll see Snowborn Scout again. Jeez. Pass out some money. We need an enemy. I mean, like, the Balrog is just smacking us twice each round. I guess we could defend twice. We could defend twice with Frodo, and we'll start doing that. We will start doing that. We'll defend twice because we have Unexpected Courage to ready. So, need Defenders of the 9 Realms. Yes, we do. It'd be so nice. I want that in this game now. Let's go ahead and Stargazer, because I want to find a miner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the miner. We'll bury the staff. All my allies are down here, which is crazy. We'll put miner on the top. We'll draw into a snowborn. No. Oh no, this is the last card. I have not been using Gandalf's staff. We've been here. It's fine. Which is fine, actually. We'll use 1/1 to play Miner from here. Get rid of Overcome by Grief. We don't have any locations. I kind of want to save the Snowborns for locations. We could drop Bilbo. We have so much threat mitigation already. I rewatched your Ashes streams. I think it might be on. Oh, Ashes is so good. Ashes is so good. Nice. Absolutely should do that. We'll increase our threat by 5 this time. There's a couple Doom cards. We have time. We don't need to use our money right now. We can save it. What is this? This is Snowborn Scouts. I think we're gonna stop drawing cards. Just because I want to still be able to use Gandalf's ability. Stop drawing cards from the treasure hunters, I should say. Also, Treebeard needs a resource. Okay. Here we go. So we're showing 5. I just need to quest for 5. Or like I need to not raise my threat. Like that's another lost condition. So let's go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's 7. Should be fine, right? We'll drop a minstrel in there for 2 just to be safe. Jeez. Ancient Guard Room. While it's the active location, each enemy engaged play gets -1 attack. Discard the top card and counter deck to travel here. Each player raises their threat by X, where X is the discarded card's threats. So we quested for 9. We got 8. At the end of here, we're going to take an attack. We'll block, spend a resource, raise our threat by 2. This will do 0 damage. Second enemy gets +1. If this destroys a character, he makes an additional attack. And then we'll discard the top card, which is 0 threats. There are like no enemies in here. Ugh. You could use Risk Some Light event to look at the top 3 encounter cards and pick one. I guess. Thematically it works. I'm gonna be sad if we just lose after 2 hours. Because we just can't find an enemy. For next time if it doesn't pan out. And what's crazy here is if there are no enemies in the staging area, it's like it almost should be if there are no non-unique enemies in the staging area, so it could pull it out. I guess we'll travel here. We'll discard. No, it's an enemy. Raised by 2. Up to 40. It's like the Balrog knows Gandalf is in town and sends everyone away. Right. Okay, we'll exhaust to defend here. We'll spend a resource, raise our threat by 2 up to 40. He's attacking for 8. No shadow effect. Then we'll discard the top card. Unlock it. It's crazy. It's crazy right now. We will swing back at him because I think we can actually deal some damage. We'll just count this up. We got 5, 6, 7, 11, 12. So that does 3 damage. That takes him to 9 damage. 9 out of 25. Slowly whittle him down, I guess. Okay. Increase our threat. We'll stand up. Let's pass out some. We increased our threat. Pass out some money. We'll drop Galadriums now. It's time. It's time to drop Galadriums. And Treebeard gets one. We draw into this. Oh, we could just clear. I should not have traveled here because we have 3 Snowborn Scouts. We could have just dropped. Could have just dropped and cleared there. Sleeving L5R and Clear Mattis almost made me wish I did all the games in Clear Mattis. It's so clean and they honestly have a different feel. Oh, really? I've not done a ton with non-clear matte Dragon Shield, so I'm not super familiar with that. That's cool though. And we've got a Stargazer. Let's go ahead and spend 3. Reduce our threat by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll spend 2 to drop 2 Snowborns. We'll drop 2 here. We'll use... No, we'll save... We didn't use the staff last time. I need to remember to use the staff. I keep saving the staff so that I can discard shadow cards, and then I just don't have any shadow cards. So... Ooh, we have a Faramir drop in our future as well. Oh, this is a +1 attack. Let's go ahead and swap Stargazer and Dunedain, and then we'll play Dunedain. For some reason, I don't... Yeah. There's a Miner of the Iron Hills. We have more cards in our hand than in our deck now. Alrighty, what... we're just gonna go for it. We have Snowborns to block. We have time. It's just we'll run out of time eventually. We're showing 5. Let's go ahead and quest for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need the treasure hunters to do it. We'll go 1, 2 for Treebeard for 6. I don't want to be increasing my threat, and so Treebeard can ready, and that's what I'm looking at, right? 1, 2 for the Minstrel. So that puts us at 8. I feel pretty confident about that. We're gonna flip into a 3. It's a hill troll, or it's a cave troll. It's working. It's working. Cannot have attachments for each point of excess damage, combat damage dealt by the Great Cave Troll. That damage is dealt beyond the remaining hit points of the character. Remove 1 progress from the current quest. That is fine. I have not been tracking that. We have so much progress on that quest. We will absolutely be fine. We'll keep it at 17, but we got it. Okay. We are at 37. That is at 36. At the end of the quest phase, the Balrog is going to make an attack. We will drop Snowborn on this one. It's going to be 8, enough to kill Snowborn. And then this engages us. We'll deal out shadow cards to the Balrog and the Great Hill Troll. Great Hill Troll is our priority at this point. We will exhaust to defend. It's 6. It's 6. We have 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to... it's not worth... Like, we could Gandalf Staff to play Galadriel, so he would have 6. Or we could Gandalf Staff to discard this. Frodo takes 2 damage. Which is fine. He has 1 hit point here and 1 hit point from Bill. We have to be careful about not dropping Bill. But this, the Mithril shirt should be fine. So it's 4. We will drop this out. So Frodo's going to take 2 damage. We will discard this. Not a shadow. We'll have Snowborn. Block up here. No, we'll still have Frodo block, but we'll spend, increase our threats. 8. We'll discard. No. Man, Sting is not helping us today. Okay, so we've got 6. Spend 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which will kill the Great Hill Troll, which will be enough to place here. Now, Astari, or anybody that knows the rules better than I do, can we progress now? Or do we have to wait until the end? I think do we automatically progress? That does matter, so I'm gonna hang out for a little bit until I get an answer. It's like I've now fulfilled the condition. Unless there's an exception, once to complete the condition it's immediate. Sweet, thank you. Thank goodness. Alrighty. Sweet, thank you. The outer door could only be reached by a slender bridge of stone without nerve or rail, then spammed the chasm with one curving spring of 50 feet, the Fellowship of the Ring. Add the Great Bridge to the staging area. The Great Bridge, immune to player card effects, 5 threat. When the Great Bridge is explored, discard a hero from play to deal X damage to the balrog. X is that hero's threat cost. Then the balrog loses all keywords for the remainder of the game. Any player may trigger this response. And removes 1 token from Doom. Doom is long gone. Sometimes you don't want to be at immediate, I can tell. That's fair. No more than 5 progress can be placed on this stage each round. Okay, so we have to survive 3 more rounds minimum. The players defeat this stage while the Great Bridge in play. Oh, we cannot defeat this while the Great Bridge is in play. Okay, cool. Sweet. So top of the round, we're going to raise our threat. We are going to... I'm sorry, bottom of the round, I guess. We're going to unexhaust everything. We have 3 rounds worth left in us. Easy. I kind of want to go for the balrog. I want to kind of kill the balrog. Draw a card, pass out money. I need to do this better. Did 1 there. Did 1 here. I think Gandalf gets 3. I need to just go down the line. I am so tired right now. I can just tell that it's just not working. We'll 1-drop the Snowborn to clear this. No more than 5 can be placed. Okay, we got Gandalf's staff. We're going to use the pipe to swap Gandalf with Faramir. We'll use 4 to play Faramir. Then we have Build a Pony as our last card in our deck. We have 40. You're getting groggy with the dwarves getting lost in murder. Exactly. I mean, we got time. We got things to do, people to see. We have another Galadriel drop. We can push through. Like we can easily win this if we want it. But I kind of want to kill the Balrog. My fear is, and like because I'm playing completely blind, my fear is that if I drop a character, I'm gonna lose that character for the campaign. Which actually, hold on. May discard a hero. Campaign is destroy, right? How does that work? Um, like if a hero gets destroyed, they're out of the game, or they're out of the campaign, right? But what about discard? Is that the same mechanism? And at that point, like, are we okay losing Gandalf? I mean, that's super thematic, so I kind of want to do it. um, that being said, I want to get the Balrog to at least 11 damage before I do that. Discarding a hero versus getting destroyed, yeah. So this discards a hero. Honestly, I'm probably gonna do it. Like, I've had a lot of fun with Gandalf. We'll see Gandalf again on the stream, like in different decks. But I do love my hobbits. I kind of want to bring Mary back out and get Mary, and run the just run the super low threat secrecy type decks. Um, We do want to quest enough to put 5 progress tokens on this minimum. I think we will be able to deal enough damage to the Balrog so that we can... is this immune to player card effects? No, okay. It is immune to player card effects, which I think has been 4 damage, which is Sting. So I'm going to drop him back down to 5. From what I'm seeing online, discard is different than being destroyed. Okay, sounds good. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's quest for 2, 1, 2. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're showing 10, which is a lot. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. One, two, three. It's 14. 1, 2. And we got Faramir for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not 100% sure, but let's go with it. I like that. I'm good with that. Okay, so we got 22 showing 10. We'll flip into, of course, now we have the Orc at 38. Actually, we don't have a Gladrium's drop. Just kidding. Okay. Remove 1 damage from Doom to Doom or reveal an additional encounter card. An additional encounter card gives us a Moria Archer, Peril Archer 2. X is the number of players in the game. When revealed, assign X. Oh, just 1 damage. I thought it said number of characters you control damage. I was like, I think we lose, so that's bad. Okay, so we have 1, 3, 13. So we get the 5 here. I don't think we want to... We'll optionally engage here, which will ready Sam. And we could draw a card, but we're drawing the card regardless. This guy's engaging us. We're not going to travel here. Deal out encounter card or shadow cards. It is, we don't deal out the shadow cards anymore because we only shuffle during the encounter phase. And so we'll just Gandalf Staff to discard this. We got 8 damage coming from the Balrog, which we'll block with the Snowborn. We got a 3 and 3. Let's go ahead and just block here, which is enough to block. We'll spend 2 to ready and block here, so we're good there. Sam has got 2 attack. So Sam and Bill and one of these miners are... Hey, we found a miner. Thematically, I like it. We found a miner down in Moria. We'll take him out. Gandalf will swing 6 here, which is an orc. We get to draw a card. We don't have any cards. Sweet. Okay. We'll stand up, increase our threat to 41. We will pass out some money. Okay. Have you been giving tree bearders resources? I have been. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But thank you. I know I didn't do it that time because I readied him knowing that I had a ready next turn. This turn, what we're going to be looking at doing is hopefully dealing a lot of damage to the balrog. I didn't know it was actually possible to deck out yourself. Crazy. Yeah. That's what you have when you have the expert treasure hunter hobbits going at it in Moria. Oh. Okay. Let's do... Have to tank 2 hits from the balrog. At this point, I think we can start throwing chumps in front of him. We can chump with Treebeard if we want to, because we can drop another Treebeard easy. Let's count this up. And then this will shuffle. We're gonna get we got so many enemies all of a sudden. We're gonna just keep getting enemies, and it's gonna hurt our chances of actually taking out the balrog. But I need to get the balrog to 11 damage because I do want to discard Gandalf. That's gonna be the most bang for our buck. But I need Gandalf to actually do the damage. So let's go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Actually, we're going to spend 2 here. We're going to play Frodo's Intuition. Everyone gets +1. So that's going to be 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Puts us at 15. We're showing 5. I want to quest with more. Let's go Treebeard for 2. 1, 2. Let's go Faramir for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That puts us at 22, which should be enough. We got 10. Mini Pillared Hall. Gets +1 for each of those in play. So I was doing that incorrectly last time. I don't think it had any change in the game state, but I think it also counts itself. I just didn't think about that. So we're showing 12, so we place the 5 here. Takes us to 10. Balrog's going to make an attack. We'll block with the Snowborn. No shadow effect. Oops, sorry about that. I'm really sorry. We can travel. We'll travel. Can we do... How much damage can we do this turn? So we got 6, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that'd be 4. So it's not enough to get Balrog where we need him to be. So let's travel here. Okay, Balrog's going to make an attack. We'll block with Stargazer. The defending player raises threat by 1 for each enemy engaged with them, which is 1. So we're up to 42. Okay, let's count up our attack. We've got 6, 8, 9, 10. Spend this. 14. I don't know how I counted wrong. 15. So I put 6. We're switching this. That was dumb. So that takes him to 11 damage. So if we discard Gandalf at this point, we're good. We can take out the Balrog. So let's quest very, very hard. Okay. Top of the round, or bottom of the round, we're gonna increase. We're gonna stand up. We're gonna lose so many cards. Okay. We'll pass out money. We're gonna spend a lot of money on Gandalf right here. Okay. Well, 3. I keep forgetting to use the staff. We'll go 3 for a greeting. Reduce our threat by 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to 37. We will use a staff. No, we're not. We will spend 2 to play Bilbo. If we had another Galadriel's, but we have a Test of Will, which is, I think, what we need right now, rather than playing another Galadriel's. I don't think we last much longer after this round. I think this is our final round if we can get away with that. I guess we'll go 2 for minor. We have a Galadriel drop next turn. Treebeard needs a resource. Okay, so if we can quest out, which is looking like 7, 13, 18, plus whatever we flip, we're done. That's all we need to do is just quest out, right? So in that case, can we just drop more stuff? No, I want to keep the Test of Will. I want to be able. Oh, we got 2 for a Stargazer. We've got Gandalf's staff to give 1 back. Okay, that's it. Let's see what we got. Got 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That puts us at 19. A Faramir gives us 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. We're looking at 27. 27. There's nothing in that deck that can really mess with that, right? And if we push through, we're looking at 20. Yeah, I mean, like, we should be fine, right? And if we push through, the game's over. That being said, let's 1, 2, 3. We have a Test of Will. We're requesting for 30. We've got a win a reel, remove a character you control from the quest, discard the top card of the encounter deck if that character's Printed willpower is less than the discarded. We'll remove Minor. Haha, look at that. Minor gets to stay alive. Okay, so we burst through. We explore this. We'll discard Gandalf to deal 14 damage, which will take this to 25. We lose Indestructible, and then we push through. We put the 5 here, and that's game. Whew, that was crazy. I do think the Shed Some Light is, sorry, what you were talking about, that card that allows you to search and choose the encounter card. I would probably bring that along just so that we have a way to rush through that second stage. I do think that that second stage is set up to kind of, you know, provide resistance for you to kind of rush through. And so I'm really happy with that. But Gandalf is Gandalf sacrificed himself. He'll come back as Gandalf the White here soon. Oh yeah, we have to read the back of this. The first player must choose one of the Burden Treachery cards, Pursued by the Enemy or Shadow of Fear. And one of the Burden Objective cards, Grievous Wound or Overcome by Grief, to add to the campaign pool. The Balrog and oh, okay. The players must choose all 4 Burden cards. Okay, so you are rewarded for killing the Balrog. I was over here just doing it for fun. That makes sense that you get a benefit for killing the Balrog, but Lust for the Ring is already in there. That's really funny. Yeah, Shadow of Fear. So Doomed One Surge. Treat the printed text box of each character in play as blank. So we're choosing Shadow of Fear or Pursued by the Enemy. Each enemy engaged with a player not in this with a player and not in the staging area makes an immediate attack. That seems bad. Both of these are bad. I don't like either of these. Defending characters not count as defense, or attacking enemy makes an additional attack after this one. I'm trying to think of what we're facing off against in, like, thematically coming up. It's probably like, I think the scenario is called Breaking the Fellowship, so I'm guessing it's kind of, you know, along the shores of the Anduin, that fight there, which means that there's Lurks, who is a big attacker. I think I'm gonna take, but that's also probably means that there's gonna be a lot of enemies because it's just kind of a bum rush. So let's take Shadow of Fear. Treat the printed text box of each character in play as blank, and we'll just try and cancel it. Lust for the Ring, and then we have to choose Overcome by Grief. Oh, this is the setup. After it's destroyed, it's unattached. After a character you control is destroyed, it exhausts the attached hero until the end of the round. The hero cannot ready or deal 1 damage to the hero after it's exhausted. We'll take Overcome by Grief. That's easier. Alrighty. Whew. That was crazy. That was a lot of fun. That second stage there, I think works probably better in multiplayer because you're seeing a lot more, and now you do have to kill double the amount of enemies. I just think the deck was stacked a little weird because we just happened to not have any enemies for a while. That being said, it allowed us to kill the Balrog. We were actually able to start throwing some damage at the Balrog, but cool quest. We'll be back next Friday. It's not going to be an evening stream. It is going to be a morning stream at 10 a.m. for the finale of this box, as well as the unboxing of the it's Angmar Awakens. It's whatever deluxe expansion that is. Yeah, weird deck draw, but it worked out. The fates were with you. Go team. So that'll be next Friday. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to be doing some Marvel on Monday, and I think maybe Final Girl on Wednesday next week. Actually, no, we're doing Marvel on Wednesday evening. We're also doing Marvel on Thursday morning. So stay tuned. I'll post a little bit more details about what's happening, but we got some special streams coming up next week. But I appreciate y'all hanging out. Oh my goodness, my cat has been in this room the entire time. I always kick my cat out. I did not realize that my cat was in this room. That's so funny. And now she wants out, so that is my cue to say goodnight. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you all around. Peace.